Okay, welcome to the Stretch Podcast. My name is Ian Ray, your host, and today I got Kyra Ragasa. She is from my home island of Hawai'i, represent the 808 from Mililani, Oahu, and she is a licensed massage therapist, FST level 3, going to be level 4. But Kyra, welcome to the Stretch to Go Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
All right, so let's dive in. Tell the audience who you are, how long you've been doing massage, and how the heck you get into FST.
Okay. Well, this year will make 11 years for me being a massage therapist. And then I first got certified in FST back in 2018 is when I did my first level 1. But basically how I got into it was I actually got into a car accident, believe it or not. And during that time, I was working at Hilton Hawaiian Village. I was working at a hotel, you know, tourism. That's how it is down here. And I've always been wanting to help others. I always knew I wanted to help other people in some type of way. So when I got into my car accident, having to do physical therapy, massage therapy, when I started getting massage therapy and really see the benefits of it, that's what really kind of made me take a turn and be like, hey, if I can help people in this way and it's hands-on, I think that's what I want to do. So I left my job at the Hilton and then I put myself through massage school down here. And honestly, I haven't looked back ever since. This is all I've been doing for the last 11 years.
Wow. So what were you doing before massage?
I was a housekeeper. I was doing housekeeping. I was doing housekeeping, hospitality stuff in the hotel. Yeah. So, it was just a job back then. I was still young. So that's, just trying to make my way, make my money. And I've always felt I wanted to live more with a purpose, and just knowing who I was and the type of person that I am, other people knowing how I am, it's just helping somebody. I get so much fulfillment just from being able to help somebody else. So I took that chance and put myself through massage school, and FST came along the way. And I had no idea what FST was, to be honest with you, until about 2018. And I had a personal trainer at UFC gym here in Mililani. And I would see some people some coaches there were doing recovery work. I was like, is that massage? No, they're stretching. I was like, what the heck is this? So my personal trainer actually told me about FST, and me and her actually went up and did level 1 together.
What's her name? What's her name?
Arlene.
Okay. Is she still active doing FST?
I believe so. I don't think she ever went back up to go past level 1, but I do believe she still keeps her level 1, her certification going. But yeah, I actually, that was a big deal, big inspiration, and just seeing the benefits of just how therapy, exercise, manual therapy, just a lot of things just connected and just really work together when it comes to being able to help other people and helping myself mostly. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, if this is working for me, this got to work for other people.
Yeah. You know what? You're actually the second person. So I interviewed this other guy, Andrew Escudero. He lives in Honolulu, but he also heard about someone doing FST at the same UFC gym. That's why.
Yeah, there's quite a bit actually.
I think one of the, I want to say, I forgot his name is, but there is a guy that way back then, like 10 plus years ago, who went to FST, stretched to win, and then brought it back to Hawaii. And then that's when I think he started working at a UFC gym or something. There's a story behind there. That's why
I think that's Brian.
Brian.
I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Brian Wong, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the first one to be go all the way up to level 3. And he works, from what I heard, I was never able to meet the guy. I've never been able to meet him. I just heard a lot of things about him. And I know he works a lot with like jujitsu. You know, down
Mm-hmm.
here that's like big.
Yeah.
A lot of local people, they love like jujitsu, all that stuff. So I know that's kind of like, I heard he works on a lot of people like that who do
Mm.
sports, martial arts, and I think he has a big background in that too as well.
Okay.
That's why. So definitely probably a guy to get on here.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that'll be a story to be had because I've been hearing about him for sure. Not knowing that, but even like Christian Ann, knowing that he's one of the first ones to be FST certified from Hawaii. So, yeah, definitely, I'll get him on the podcast soon. So, for you, did you have any hesitancy when you enrolled in the level one course? Because I mean, flights from Hawaii to even mainland is not cheap, and taking time away is not affordable either. So you tell me, like, what was the hesitant part for you when you went level one?
Cost.
Yeah.
I don't think you said it really was more the cost. I mean, the course itself, I didn't have any real expectations other than just being open-minded to learning something new.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to add on the years that I've already had as a massage therapist and see that it seemed nothing like anything that we learned or that I learned in massage school. You know, we learned some stretches when we are in massage school, very standard stuff. I used to work at Massage MD and now they offer stretch, but nothing like FST.
Yeah.
So I was just excited to just learn something new. And I was just like, I mean, initially, like when I went up, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna spend this much money, I better come back knowing like a whole lot. Like, but I did my research. I watched a lot of videos like on the
Mm-hmm.
classes and watching Ann and Chris. And, I just went with my intuition and went with my gut. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. If anything, I'm gonna come back just more knowledgeable and I'd be able to add stuff and knowledge to like my clients when I work on them. And
Mm.
when I went up and did my level one, it was an amazing experience. There's nothing, I've never taken a course like that or being around people. Um, like back home, like just full of aloha. Everyone was so welcoming. And to go from total strangers on Monday, first day of class, there was like, I think my level one, there was somebody all the way from New Zealand. There's people from Canada. And I'm just like, dang, like, you guys know about FST all the way over there. I'm thinking I'm just like on this small island in the middle of the ocean. And I'm just like, I'm just finding out about this. But it was cool. And then, by the end of the week, I mean, everybody, it just felt like family. And I think, coming from Hawaii, right? That's like
Mm-hmm.
our culture, mindset, our mind mentality, everyone's family. And then I really vibed off of that. And that was something really special to me. And then even when I went back for my level two, level three, same thing. So it's been a great experience and being, family just expanding.
No, no doubt. So even for me too, when I went to level one Canada and level two, like my level one group I was in, like we became so good friends that actually we went all four of us together. We went to level two because we were like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this all the way together. So it's definitely kind of that bond. You had that like same mentality and
Yeah,
purpose of why you're doing FST, and it's crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, my friend, he's all the way from Bermuda. I'm like, bro, like you came all the way from
dang,
Bermuda. Yeah, but no, but he definitely made level two with us. So crazy.
that's awesome.
What have you, I guess, what kind of success stories have you found of how clients have implemented FST with treatments from you?
A lot. I mean,
Give
there's
me like
definitely more
just
than
a few.
one.
Yeah, just give me like one or two that kind of stands out, even in like your beginnings of FST, level one kind of stuff.
So when I went up to do my level one, when I came back at that time, I was a massage therapist at a physical therapy place here, in Wahiawa. And I always kind of struggled sometimes with massage therapy because I'd be like, I feel like I could do more.
Mm,
I mean, I'm always open to educating myself. A lot of it in the very beginning, I take it back to the very beginning. After I did my level one, I came back home. went back to work, and at that time I was able to apply FST to my clients there. Especially I worked with a lot of older patients, elderly, who sometimes massage just it was too much for them, on their skin, the rubbing, having. And so when I started applying, I was like, hey, can I was just like, I was like, hey, can I show you something that I learned? Like, I just learned this thing. Like, it's called FST. What's FST? Fascia stretch therapy. What is that? Don't worry about it. Let me just, let me just try this on you. And, seeing results with FST, I mean, I was able to give clients that I worked on results. And, if I had an hour session with them, I gave them better and faster results within like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. The release they would get from either their neck. I had one client, I only did 15 minutes on her. And like, she was coming in because she was in a car accident. So the whiplash, so I was working on her neck, 15 minutes on her. And she's like, oh my God, like her neck and her shoulders just dropped. And she started tearing. And it's moments like that, honestly, I like when my clients cry. I like I mean like that, but like seeing them get emotional and cry and just you see that little bit of hope in them. Like, oh my God, like I feel so much better. Like there's a chance that I don't have to live with this constant pain that I'm feeling. It was that moment and multiple moments like that I really was glad that I went and took my chance to learn FST. And I've continued to use that on my clients and being able to blend that in with my massage. I mean, there's just been so much great feedback and results that I've seen on people that I've worked on since then, since getting certified in FST. So it's been a great journey, great journey.
What would you say to that one person who is kind of like you and I, who was kind of hesitant to enroll into the course? What would you tell them?
Just do it. Just do it. Just take the chance. I mean, science, the body, everything that you see in research, everything is evolving. There's so much still being learned and what people are finding out about the human body, and if anybody is hesitant to do it, I would just say just do it. I mean, you're gonna walk away with so much knowledge, even if you don't continue to go to like level 2, 3, and now 4. Just out of level 1, you're gonna walk away with so much.
Yeah.
So much. And it's just gentle touch, and during that time too, I was like, it's the soft touch, it's the gentleness of it. And I was able one of the things I was able to do a lot was to work on my grandma, who passed away last year recently. During that time when I was there, I was so excited, because she's just this fragile lady, and I was like, hey grandma, let me try this on you. And she was like, oh my God, I love this. Like it didn't hurt her. And and I was like, you tell all your friends, I'm gonna work on, like I'll work on all these old people. But yeah, I would say do it. Don't hesitate. If you are, it's so worth it. So worth it. You're gonna walk away with so much. And hopefully, people who want to do FST and get into it will want to continue even past level 1. I mean, you just keep learning so much more and more every time you go up there and you get taught by, Anne and Chris and all the other teachers that are there, even other students who are up there. I just thought, I was like, I'm not just the only massage therapist. I mean, there's people who were like just personal trainers. One guy didn't even have any personal training experience or nothing. He worked for a corporate company and he just decided, I think I think it was like he had a friend who was doing FST and he was getting worked on. And that's what made him go and just to go and get certified and try it out. So then that became like his side thing. So I was like, okay. I mean, you meet so many different people. I just like, I trip out every time I go there, but it's amazing to come across so many different walks of life, but all of us have that same intention, right? Be there to help somebody. and help them in any way relieving their pain, whether it's chronic or injury. And I feel like that's the biggest thing for me.
So for you, yeah, how do you explain to people what fascia is? Because maybe back home in Hawaii, there's not a lot of people probably doing FST back home, but fascia, do you have to explain to your clients what fascia is, or even fascia stretch therapy? And how do you explain that?
I do. It's really hard, actually. For the most part, I tell them, we got this, like, something that I remember Anne saying was like, I can't explain it to you, but I can show you, like, and a lot of times that's what it is. Local people, I mean, we're so very culturally just in our own bubble, you know what I mean? And I'm so used, even with massage therapy, I've had to figure out ways how to simplify like what I'm doing, because a lot of times patients, clients have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If I say I'm working on this particular muscle, like SCM, your scalenes, you know what I mean, your rhomboids, and they're like, what? I can tell you this funny story real quick. One of my best friend from high school, like 20 years of friend, 21 years, I think this year of friendship. She was having a lot of pain in her legs, in her shins, to her ankles, and I was working on her. And I was working on her shins, and she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Is that a bone?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "You have muscles here." And she's like, "Oh my God, that's a muscle? I didn't know I had muscles in my legs." I was like, "How are you able to walk?" I was like, "You need muscles." She's like, "Oh my God, I had no idea." Things like that would, just crack me up. But when it comes to trying to explain people what FSA, a lot of times they're just like, let me just show you.
Mm-hmm.
I give like the brief description, like, it's a connective tissue that it connects everywhere around your body. It connects to your tendons, your muscles, your ligaments. And even giving them that kind of description, they're still kind of like, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, just let me show you what it is. But it's basically everything's connected.
Mm.
It connects to everything. So I was like, you could be having lower back pain. I was like, but your problem could really be coming from your feet or your neck, just depending on what's going on. And to see how universal everything is with the body, and it's just been amazing. Even going,
No. Oh no.
I don't know if that's me or you, but there you go. Okay.
I told you my phone died. So I was like, oh crap, I need to Okay. So sorry, I'm gonna put the clips together anyways. Okay, so tell
Okay.
me. Okay, so you were saying
Okay, good.
your friend, you're working on her feet, and then she mentioned about the muscles, and you're saying, oh, I have muscles now. Okay, so what
Yeah, she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know I had a muscle down, like I had a muscle there in my leg." She's like, "I thought that was just a bone." I was like, "No." I was like, "You got muscles everywhere. That's how, you know what I mean?" I told her, how you wouldn't be able to stand on your feet if you didn't have muscles, girl, if you was just bone. So, I mean, that was like a funny moment, but just being able to enlighten her in that way. And, I've been working on her, throughout the years too. And then even with FST, applying a lot of that to her recovery has been great. She also dances hula with me. We're both
Mm,
hula dancers.
okay.
So that's definitely something that has been actually becoming a big deal for me, is working on hula dancers, believe it or not.
No way.
And people from my halal, yeah. So it I went back to hula like 2 years ago. I danced when I was younger, like back in high school. And then I stopped, life happens, and then I went back a couple years. Oh, actually, I think this year makes 3 years. 3 years that I've been back to hula. And I mean, surprisingly, but not surprisingly, but my kumu, my hula teacher was like, I've been wanting to look for a massage therapist. Oh, I think I lost you.
Okay.
And we're back.
Okay.
It's okay. It's a good thing you get to edit all this stuff.
Okay, so let me see. Shoot. Just so that doesn't cut out again, I'm gonna go through the sorry, I'm gonna have to go through all the questions, most of the questions.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
need to choke more. So um How do you see fascia stretch therapy evolving in the future?
Honestly, I mean, I feel like there's so much more that's gonna be found about fascia, and I truly believe that just because I believe there's always things to learn. Like not everybody knows everything. I know last time when I was up there doing level 3, I know Chris and Anne were sharing about how fascia is being more recognized and more honored, I guess you would say, in the medical field in terms of like alternative like treatments and stuff like that. And I feel like eventually that's gonna play a big role in people in society all around the world, everywhere where FST is. And that's I think something I would love to see, other than just your standard, you hurt yourself, car accidents, work comp stuff, you just got PT, massage therapy, maybe some chiropractic stuff, occupational. But to have FST, I mean, and I speak from experience going through all that stuff. Dang.
What's happening? Okay. So I got my Wi-Fi. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi now.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what's the last thing you heard me say, so I know where to go back to.
You're saying that basically like Western medicine, like about how FSD can be incorporated, like not only like, like physical therapy and chiropractic, because like those other modalities people are well informed of, but it's like people don't know what FSD is and how it can also help benefit them, right? Because I work at a chiropractic clinic, so I offer FST, and I work with the chiropractor, so he knows like what I do, and he knows how it can help their mobility and flexibility before they go get treatments adjusted. So he sees that benefit. So like if only other chiropractors can see that too, like FSD is not taking away, if anything, giving them better results for their clients, because they're coming in with restrictions. So I think it's more if more people were to use this as a modality that can help increase, longevity or like even relaxing the muscles or the joints, so that when they go in to get treatment from acupuncture, massage, chiro, I mean, they're gonna actually it won't take as long, because I always tell people like you can do massage and FSC, you could do the same week, or you could do chiropractic and FSC same week, totally fine. It's not taking away anything. It's more complementary. It's going to help each other. Your body can adjust to it. So I always tell my clients like it's totally fine. I'm not taking away anything. If anything, FSC can help with a lot of stuff that massage or acupuncture can, vice versa, because there's a lot of stuff I can't physically do. Like I can't hit trigger points, like massage
Right.
acupuncture can do. So there's a time and place that I always tell my clients that you have to continue to like blend and even work with, practitioners like myself. So I always try to find someone in my area that I can refer people to that I trust and say, hey, if this is not working, you can always go to them and continue to get treatments or find things that can help you. Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
So for you and your business, what is your long-term goal for Holo Massage?
My long-term goal is basically just to continue doing what I do. FST, massage. Big dream goal, I would love to open up my own place, like physically, where I could have massage and FST offered under the same establishment, but really put FST more at the forefront,
Mm.
because it's different. It's not, I think when I tried looking how many practitioners we have here in the Hawaii region, I think we have like a total of only like 25.
Oh,
Most of us are here on Oahu, and there's two on Big Island,
okay.
in Hilo side, Hilo town. But you know, I come across people just who still have no idea what FST is. And they're like, "Oh, is it like Thai massage? When they stretch you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't bend you like a pretzel." And it's not. It doesn't hurt. You know, that's something I learned. It's like, I grew up knowing like, oh, when you stretch, like if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it good, or you're not stretching hard enough. Going to FST and learning from Chris and Anne, like, so absolutely not the case at all. So it's really like allowed me to look at treatment and therapy and how I address a client or, a patient of mine very differently in a non-aggressive way.
Mhm.
But some people, they like the hard stuff. They like the deep tissue massage. For them, it works. But I think that's what's great about being in this type of field is that everybody is different. No one is ever the same. And for me, that's a good thing. It really keeps me engaged with my clients and even myself, and it pushes me to try and figure out, okay, what's gonna work best for you today, long term. And definitely FST has been a major breaking point for me and with my business and what I'm doing and where I want to go further, eventually, hopefully in the future. That's definitely the goal of mine is to be able to have a place like that and people feel welcome and that same kind of vibe and energy when we went up to do our FST courses. Just the environment. That's definitely just what I want to have and what I want to continue to, hopefully that's what I give and share with people when I work on them.
Yeah. I guess for you, how did you grow your business from the time you started till now? Like, what's been helpful in growing your, word of mouth? Has it been word of mouth or just like referrals or like what's?
A lot of it has been word of mouth. Word of mouth. I mean, community, my neighbors, my friends, my family, just spreading the word. Basically, a lot of it's just word of mouth. I mean, I have my Instagram, but that's all I have. But it's the shout outs, people who I've worked on. I was like, just give me a shout out if you can. People know. And then now, like I was talking about earlier with my hula and my halal, like I was given the opportunity 2 years in a row, last year and the year before that, to follow my hula brothers and sisters and offer massage and FST to the dancers for their competition. Well, first time was in California, and last year I was able to go to Kauai for a competition up there, and I was able to work on the dancers as they were preparing. And I'm gonna get to do that again this year too. So I'm super excited for that. Really stoked for that.
Sherry, where are you guys going this year?
So we're going to Kauai again, for a hula competition up there, and then going to California, Pleasanton, for the Yahweh Kalag Hula Festival. And it's funny because I'm actually gonna be up there in California, and then I fly right to Arizona after that for my level 4. That's gonna be an exciting week for me.
You're gonna have to like, yeah. Well,
Yeah, so
maybe
I
you want to
think
be on the
getting
mainland though at the same time, so you don't have to go back to Hawaii, take another 5, 6 hour flight. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's gonna be a busy week for me, but I'm super excited and you know, I think it's something different because I've never heard of any of these halals down here or anyone who doesn't know what a halal is, like you know, it's a school, but we're, hula and yeah, I mean, everybody, they all want massage. These dancers go through so much physically with their bodies preparing for competition and at that level. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you want like a massage therapist or a body worker to be there and be like, oh my God, yes, you work on my legs. First time I went, I worked on my friend for like an hour before they hit the stage. Like I was working on her knees and we had to do back bends, they had to do back bends and her being a bigger girl too, like, it's hard. It's not easy. Okay, let me just say that. Like back bends are not easy. And anybody wants to know what a back bend and hula is, just YouTube it and then try and see if you can. It's hard, especially when you're older. I'm like, oh, I'm not no spring chicken. Like this is a lot harder to do at an older age. But I mean, I worked on her and to see her be able to do that movement on the stage, even with the other dancers, my other hula sisters, who I was able to work on while up there before they were able to dance. I mean, the love I got after them, a lot of it was just being able to do the movements without being in so much pain, and that to see that and be like, oh yeah, I did that. Like that was a very surreal moment for me. So I'm grateful and I'm very blessed to have this opportunity to showcase what I do in a totally different environment. It's not just physical therapy, rehab, or like, common like sports, like it's cooler. Like no one, I don't know anybody who does that. I
No.
don't know any halal who has their own massage therapist.
I know, yeah.
FST practitioner. Like I'm like, that's totally different. Like I feel like I would like to say that's totally like my own. I don't know. I have yet to meet somebody else who does that for their halal. But them giving me the opportunity to expand, that's really been helping with my business too. Building my clientele with my halal, even my hula brothers and sisters, my hula family, them reaching out to me and getting sessions now been very, very humbling, very grateful, very blessed to have that.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's so unique. I mean, only in Hawaii can you get that kind of stuff, that you have that especially connection and working with them. That's awesome. That's wonderful though.
Yeah.
My last question for you is what marketing, I think you probably answered this, but what marketing or sales strategies have you seen most effective in growing a business? I think kind of goes back to like you're saying, like word of mouth, like, right? Is that correct? Just word of mouth. That's how you market.
Yeah, just word of mouth. Really, I've been really trying to focus on just my community, getting my business out there, what I do. My son, who's 13, he plays tackle football for Mililani. So just reaching out to the football team, football parents, be like, hey, if your kid wants to get any kind of work done, during the season, I just find any opportunity I can to just kind of spread the word, share what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and just go from there. Social media, I'm not like super, super big on social media when it comes to the advertising part, but I share it there. But a lot of it has just been word of mouth, just from friends, family, the community, and just people sharing what I do. And that's been helping me out. That's kind of just how it's been like my whole career.
Okay. No, fair enough. Because like I think that's a common theme from the many people I've interviewed is just the word of mouth is so still powerful even to this day with social media and internet. It's like that is a big trust that people can say I vouch for you because the work you've done, the results that you can get then. It's definitely, I think it's hard to beat word of mouth. So that's awesome.
Right. And then a lot of it is just it's because I've worked on these people, so they're able to share their testimonies and what I've been able to do for them. And I think that's, a lot of times, I know social media is such a big influence, right? Like everybody is like, oh, I saw this online, like this looks really good. But then I feel like you really don't know unless you try it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, hit me up on my IG or, call me, book a session, and I just let me show you what I can do, and then, just go from there.
Kyra, it's been a pleasure having you in the podcast. Love to have you share with the audience how people can book FST or massage session. So feel free to share your website, social media handle, email, whatever way that people can reach out to book a session with you.
For sure. I will definitely do that. Hula Hula Massage on my IG. That's the best way to get connected to me. Just go from there. DM me, anything. Or you can look up my name, Kyra Ragasa. All my information pops up.
Right on. Well, mahalo nui for helping on. I appreciate you waking up so early, and it's only 8 o'clock there. Well, almost 9 now. So, but yes, thank you for hopping on to the Stretch to Go podcast.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I never did this before, so this was pretty cool for me to do.
And then,
But thanks for giving me the opportunity to be on your podcast. I was like, oh yeah,
oh, that's cool because like
it's my kind of celebrity status,
and you're gonna be one of the first few level 4 FSC practitioners, so you might as well, go there and promote and get them up. So
Definitely. I'm really excited for it just to learn more and then to come back home and just share what I've learned, continue sharing and working on clients and people down here.
And so for those of you who are looking to become an FST practitioner or find a practitioner near you in your area, you can go to stretchdoing.com and find a practitioner, or if you are interested in becoming a practitioner, to add it to your tool set. There's actually going to be a link for you to actually go there and get $200 off your level 1 for either USA or Canada. So go there. But the episodes that we release is every Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Right on. Well, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.